You are most welcome to this next lecture, which is possibly going to be our last lecture. It is to do with the pre-Braille assessment. We have taught you so many things in methods of teaching Braille to children with visual impairment. Very many. These are all in preparation to read Braille, to read and write Braille correctly, moreover. Okay? Then in that case, the child should be able to learn Braille very well. Because you have already learned grade 1 Braille, you have learned grade 2 Braille, you have learned the Universal English Braille. So where is your problem? No problem. But before you begin doing that learning part of it, you begin introducing Braille to a child with visual impairment, you must assess the child. In order to reading readiness, before the child with visual impairment is ready to read Braille, the following assessment must be carried out to establish that the child is ready to read Braille. Very important. The importance of assessment are the following. For you to carry out this assessment, it is designed to help the teachers to determine when the pupils are ready to begin learning Braille. It will help the teachers. The advantage is this, the importance is this, of doing this assessment. Assessment is very important. You have to establish that the child is now ready to learn Braille by doing all the pre-reading skills, the concepts that we have taught. It will help educational teams to decide when a pupil is ready to learn Braille, or even to place a child. Where should we place this child? Should he go in a special school, or should he go in an inclusive school? Is determined by these pre-reading skills. You must carry out the assessment. What are the areas to be assessed? There are 6 areas that you must pay attention to. One is that the cognitive concepts. Has the child mastered the cognitive concepts? The cognitive concepts include the following: recognizing space relationships, spatial relationships. Is the child able to see a space? This one is different from the other. Spatial relationships. Okay. 2, is the child able to understand the meaning of basic words? Basic words. Is he able to door, cup, go, from, out, in? Is he able to understand? Yes, if the child is able to do those things, then you're on the way to teach Braille. The child is able to recognize size. You remember shapes. We talked about size, big, small. Basic sizes of size relationship. Big one, small one, longer, the length. You know, those things. Is the child able to use those terminologies? Yes. Also, is the child able to recognize the basic shapes? Circle, triangle, rectangle, square. Is he able to identify them and recognize them? Is the child able to differentiate between textures? This one is cold, this one is hot, this one is smooth, this one is hard, this one is soft. Texture. This is the child is ready to learn Braille. Is the child able to know, to relate well with the numeric relationships? Numbers. 1, 2, 3. Those differences. Relationship between 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. If the child is able to count 1 to 10. Good. Is he able to tell the relationship between weights? This one is heavier than the other. Is he able to weigh them? Very good. Is he able to recognize movement? Something is moving and something is in one place. Movement is very important. To have cognitive concepts, time concepts, in the morning, in the midtime, at lunchtime. This is 2 o'clock. It is 1. It is at night. It is evening. That is the child able to tell time concepts. And then finally, cognitively, is the child able to recognize sounds? You remember we taught the auditory scales. You assess this one. If the child is able to do this one well, very good, excellent, very good. This one still has a problem. You teach that one so that the child is perfect. Cognitively, you have assessed the child is ready to learn Braille. The second area of assessment is motor skills. You remember motor is to do with the fine motor and gross motor. Fine motor, I said, is the fine motor skills for reading Braille, for eating, for doing things at a hand's distance. But gross motor skills are the ones for movement. Moving from one place to another, from one room to another, from toilet to the house, and so on. Those are gross motor. But when you are seated in one place, washing clothes, ironing, and those need fine motor skills. Is the child able to use those motor skills? Tiny movements of the fingers. That's why we prepared the fingers to read Braille. Large movements for the hands and the arms and the legs. Good. Is the child able to do those? Tick. If he's able to do that, he's ready to learn Braille. Number 3, tactile discrimination. Is he able to recognize tactile characteristics of objects? Feeling things by touch. Can he tell the difference between a cup and a plate? Yes. Good. Tactile, he can make the difference. Then he's ready. Does he recognize and interpret tactile stimuli? Things, is this cold, hot? Is this warm? Those kind of things. Is he able to tell those differences and interpret what he has touched? Is he able to recognize and interpret graphics? Graphic information. That is tactile discrimination. If he's able to do those, then this child is ready to learn Braille. Number 4 this is auditory now. Is he able to have language and listening skills? Does he have the ability to listen to what is being said? Does he have ability to understand the language is being spoken? Does he understand the instructions which have been given? And does he respond to these instructions? Once he's able to do those, tick, 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 he's ready to learn Braille. Number 5, writing skills. Ability to hold the stylus and the slate properly. You see, there are these people who read Ambaliga. They read upside down. They put a newspaper. Those who have never gone to school, they put newspaper upside down. No. Is he putting the stylus and slate properly? Is he holding the slate properly? Does he hold it the best way? Yes. Does he understand the writing is from right to left, but the reading is from left to right? Those concepts are very important in writing Braille. Is he able to write letters of the alphabet? Yeah, if he is able, then you can begin teaching him Braille. Number 6, and the last one, book skills. Ability to read Braille with the fingers. You know, to be able to hold the Braille book properly and putting your fingers properly. Is he able to do that? You assess that. Finger dexterity, how the fingers should move, how they are placed, the movement of the fingers, the movement of the hand. Once you have assessed these 6 areas and the child is very good in them, then you have prepared the child to read and write Braille. There you are. God bless you. We shall meet you again in another course unit. Thank you.